Meet NSPM-7, the government's shiny new toy that makes the Patriot Act look like a friendly suggestion. It's officially called Countering Domestic Terrorism and Organized Political Violence, but let's call it what it really is: how to criminalize having opinions we don't like. According to this piece of authoritarian fanfiction, you might be a domestic terrorist if you're anti-capitalist, anti-American, or hold extremist views on race, gender, or immigration. Oh, and if you're hostile to traditional American values. So congratulations, you've just earned yourself a spot on the FBI's watch list. But here's the kicker. They're not just coming for people who commit actual violence, they're targeting anyone who might foment violence, which apparently includes educational institutions that radicalize students. You know, those dangerous places where people learn critical thinking skills. The memo creates a massive surveillance apparatus targeting nonprofits, activists, and their donors. Major law firms are literally warning their clients to prepare for politically motivated investigations. Over 3,000 nonprofits have signed a letter condemning this directive because they recognize it for what it is: McCarthyism with a 21st century makeover. They're using pre-crime logic, investigating people before they commit any actual crimes. It's like Minority Report, except instead of psychics, they're using your social media posts and donation history to predict your terrorist potential. The FBI's domestic terrorism watch list is expected to double, with thousands more Americans under federal surveillance for the crime of having political opinions the government doesn't like. Legal experts are calling this what it is: a direct assault on the First Amendment. The ACLU warns it's designed to create a chilling effect on free speech. Even major law schools are speaking out, saying this casts an unusually wide net that could be read as harassment of left-wing organizations. They want you to think twice before donating to causes you believe in, before protesting, before speaking out. They're betting that the threat of investigation will be enough to make you self-censor, to make you comply in advance. So here's the uncomfortable truth. If you believe in racial justice, economic equality, or immigration reform, your government now considers you a potential terrorist threat, even if all you did was donate to progressive causes or attended a protest. You could be next. So the question isn't whether you should be worried about standing up against this. The question is, what kind of democracy are we living in when dissent itself becomes terrorism? Because once they label any opposition as anti-American, we're not talking about national security anymore. We're talking about the playbook of every authoritarian regime in history. The stakes couldn't be higher. Democracy isn't a spectator sport, and silence isn't safety. It's surrender. Stay vigilant. Be loud.